morning, everybody. I was going to fix me a good breakfast because I got up really hungry this morning. But I wanted to show you something first. Like in the video, how I showed you I didn't want to add water. Remember when we first canned these, first took them out, there was water, tomato water down in the bottom. But see, since it's settled down, what's happened? All the water is infused back into the tomatoes. And you don't see all that water down there again. That's why I didn't want to add water. Now that's my salsa. My tomatoes did the same thing. See, there was a big gap of water down in the bottom to begin with. But it's gone now. And your tomatoes will taste a lot better if you don't have to add water. Now granted, if you cook your tomatoes first, you're going to cook a lot of the moisture out of your tomatoes that it's going to evaporate from boiling. But I prefer just to go ahead and chop my tomatoes up, put them in my jar, and they actually cook in the jar. I mean, you cook them for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on if you have pint jars or quart jars. They're going to cook in the jar regardless. Yeah, I went ahead and put up 3 half pints of salsa. I don't like the big jars of salsa because I don't eat that much at one time. But the small ones work great for me. But anyway, we're going to get busy here with some breakfast. Get my camera situated here. I'm going to start out with peeling some taters. I probably should have had my potatoes peeled already, but I didn't. Get the camera back so you can see what I'm doing. People always want to see what I'm doing, so you see my bag of potatoes right there. Right here. I'm not going to peel too many, but I need to use these up because they're getting too, I've kept them almost too long. They're going to seed. They're putting sprouts out, some of them. This is a good old standby staple breakfast for Southerners, I'll tell you. See how my potatoes are going to seed? They're putting out sprouts. That's when you can cut them apart and actually plant your potatoes. But they're not too far gone. I can go ahead and peel them at this point and eat them. And they're kind of small potatoes. Get a couple more small ones. And by the time you peel them, you've taken part of the potato away anyway. I may make a potato soup or something with some of these before they go bad. We'll see. Wash them a little. want to come over here. And I saved my bacon grease in my pan from where I cooked bacon last night, because I wanted to cook my potatoes in it. So I'm just dicing them, or not dicing them, I'm just cutting them in half and then slicing them. You learn to do it different ways so you don't have to dirty up everything in the kitchen to cook a meal. And this will probably be my big meal for today. Oops, I touched that pan. I guess we'll bring the camera over here, show you all my mess. Put it on this side this time, so I can show you down here what I'm doing. Yeah, I still got my canner. Now get me a couple of eggs. And I'm going to get a lid to put on that. Maybe this lid will fit. Nope, it's too small. I thought there was a lid that I used on there. Be sure I didn't use the big one on. I guess I did. I used the big one on there. But I'm gonna have toast, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix my toast. And I'm using Texas toast, y'all. You can see at the end it says Texas toast. And it's wider, it's thicker than a regular piece of bread. Because you know everything's bigger and better in Texas, so even the bread's got to be bigger. I guess, I don't know. Get my butter. And I toasted in my pan because my toaster is, you know, the slot's not wide enough for this Texas toast bread to go down in there. But, I mean, I'm so proud of my salsa and my tomatoes. I mean, look at that. Don't that look good? So remember, you know, if you're going to do your tomatoes like I did, don't add water to them. chop them up and use all the water that was in the tomatoes. That way your tomatoes will taste better when you open them to use them. I mean, I've still got tomatoes out there. They're not ripe. They're all green. I picked everything that I could possibly pick that was ripe enough. So, and I think it's so funny to see the little golden Jubilee tomato right there because it's a gold color where regular tomatoes are red. But it's a good tomato. They really are. They are really good tomatoes. I love my potatoes cooked in bacon grease. Got a spider web or something on me. But just like on the campfire, you know, you just put your bread right in your pan and toast it. And you really don't even have to add oil. I added just a little bit. Just because it's me. I think I add oil to everything. I got my coffee going, or I had it going. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and fix me a cup of coffee. I got some caramel macchiato creamer this morning. And I probably use way too much of that stuff. But if I'm going to drink coffee, I want it to taste the way I want it to taste. I don't want to skimp on my coffee. And I don't usually fix a whole pot. I usually fix about a half of a pot. Because I'll drink this cup of coffee now. Later on today, I'll probably want another cup. Ooh, I've been talking and I'm burning my bread. About to burn my bread. Come over here and I'm going to cut my toast in half. If I can, it's hot. Ooh, it is hot, y'all. Get me some butter. Y'all still with me? And I've got some of my pepper jam that I made last summer. I'm going to put some of that on my toast. I love this pepper jam. I don't put much, but it's got such a good flavor to it. And it's not hot. You think when you make pepper jam with jalapeno peppers that it's going to be hot, but it's not. Hey, that rhymes. You think it's hot, but it's not. So there, I got my toast ready and waiting. Whew, that's hot. Now, while that's going, I'm going to move it over to this other burner. Whoops. And I'm going to get me some bacon. I love hickory smoked bacon, and it is the Great Value brand, which is a really good brand. I think I got all my little knives in the... I think I got all my little knives in my... And I'm just going to cut this in half so it fits in my pan better. I always wrap my bacon up because in packages like this, they don't seal you can't seal them back. Now I'm going to come over here to my sausage, which is, it's Great Value as well. I love Great Value sausage. Flatten it out a little because it cooks a lot faster if you flatten it out. Just had room for one piece of sausage. So when I think I'm using my container, I usually put my sausage in. So let me get over here. I don't want cling wrap. I want a plastic bag. Drop my sausage right in my bag. That'll keep it sealed really well. Roll it around to get some of the air out. Then I can stick this right back in my refrigerator. That piece of sausage paper up. that grease is a-popping. I flip them over because I want them to get browned everywhere, not just on the top, or just on one side. I hate it when the grease pops all over your stove. So, I know what'll make it better, a sip of my coffee. Oh, I hit the spot. I think I videoed this type of breakfast before. It's been a while ago. But I was in the mood for it again, so. I'm going to drain my potatoes on this paper towel and put some salt on them. Maybe I need to move the camera back a little. There you go. I think my taters are probably done, so I'm going to leave this off the pan and let them brown some more. Goodness, how do I get all this grease on my stove, y'all? It just jumps right out there. I think my taters are done, so I'm going to flip them right out here on this plate, on this paper towel. Because I may not eat all of them at one time. Oh, they look good. Get me some salt. pepper. Make sure all my burners are off. Now I'm going to use my potato pan to cook my eggs. I guess I should have waited and let it warm up a little. But it's okay. Won't take it long. I make a mess, y'all. Make a mess. Need some more coffee. We only had a 20% chance of possible rain yesterday. We didn't get a drop. I think we got about a 20% chance of rain today, but I bet we don't get any. And it looks kind of iffy, cloudy out there right now, like it might want to rain, but I bet we don't get any. And you know, these paper towels you use to drain your food on, those can go in your compost. They break down. So usually I put a few of them right in my compost bucket with my potato peelings and everything else. I think eggs are pretty like that, but I don't want to eat them that way. I don't want to eat them that raw. Turn the heat down just a tiny bit more. But I usually save all of my bacon grease and sausage grease. Because I use that to season stuff or just put it in other recipes. Flipped it, y'all, and I didn't break the yolk. See if I can do this one. There you go. Now I'm going to put some pepper. Some salt. I can't see any salt coming out. It's because it wasn't yet. And I like to cook my eggs until they're about half cooked solid. I like them just a little mushy in the yolk, not much. But I'm going to come over here and get me some of my, I think you can still see me there, my taters. See there, y'all, I fixed enough potatoes for 2 people, basically. That's okay. They'll be eaten. They will not go to waste. I just got room enough for my eggs. Okay, I think they're done. This is an art, lifting your eggs out with a spatula. Because with that grease, they want to slide. And it's very easy to end up with them in the floor. There you go. See if I can get some of my equipment out of the way. I've been sitting here editing videos and stuff, so. My table was not completely cleared off. That's making a humming sound that I didn't like. But look at this, y'all. Look at that breakfast. Now, the reason I started calling this a hungry man's breakfast is because I was hungry. And I wake up starving for some reason. That's when I fix me a big breakfast like this. So that's why I call it a hungry man's breakfast. Dear Lord, bless this food I'm about to eat. Bless all the YouTubers out there and my family. Amen. But see, my eggs are just a little bit runny, not much. I like to chop them all up. I don't want them cooked dry. And I don't want them completely runny. I want my yolk, my white part cooked, and then my yolk a little runny is what I like. Y'all have some taters. Oh my goodness, I ain't get me a napkin. But, hey, you can't beat it. Bite some bacon. Mm. And have some Texas toast with butter and jalapeno pepper jam. Oh my goodness. Have some taters. Another thing I like to do, get some of my egg on my fork and then stab it right into a couple of potatoes and eat them together. There's some good eating right here, y'all. Oh, that's the best coffee. Get me a bite of sausage. Yeah, I pick it up with my fingers. To me, anything fried like that is finger food. That is the best sausage. And you can come over here and dunk your potatoes right in your egg. Well, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, and I'm going to sit down here and eat my breakfast. Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Love y'all.